Hey! No. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm chasing.
Why?
You run 80 miles an hour coming up Highway 15. You run this stop sign light right down here.
I was scared. You're not in a police car.
Don't holler at me.
You are yelling at me.
Here, do me a favor.
Just back up, back up.
You're in my town now. You're going to back up when I tell you to
No,
back
no,
up. Do you
start,
understand
buddy.
me? Did you let county know that you were coming?
No.
No, exactly. So I don't know any of this is true.
Well,
so you can sit back and
what
wait.
you want to do. You understand
Go.
me?
Welcome back to Just Following Orders. Today's video is coming from Police Academy's channel. Make sure you go check out his content and let him know I sent you. Today's video is coming out of Lenoke County, Arkansas, and this one is a doozy, like straight out of a modern Western movie. So we have this lady who's on her way from Jefferson County to Lenoke County who passed somebody on the highway, and when she passes this person, he starts chasing her with lights on. Now, she didn't know this at the time, but this was a constable from the Jefferson County Police Department who was trying to pull her over. Now, I don't know what's going on in Arkansas, but I guess there's some kind of thing going on with false pullovers, like people pretending to be police officers and pulling people over and bad things happening. So she knows this, and she's not convinced that this is a police officer because it doesn't look like a real police car, and it doesn't. So he had to get another officer to like block the road to stop her and get her to pull over. And so he finally gets in contact with her and just freaking explodes, which is where we get our other officer from the England Police Department who steps in and actually does a good job defending a citizen. So this video is a good contrast between like a psychotic officer and an officer who's actually serving the public. So we're going to get into the video. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get started.
10-4, be advised, this truck is pursuing. They got blue lights on, waving at me to follow. Hey! No! 10-4, tell him to stay put. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm chasing.
Why?
Oh, she come through. She'll run at 50 miles an hour. She's running 85 miles an
Who
hour.
are you?
I'm
Who
a
are you?
constable, Jefferson County constable.
Okay.
She run a stop sign light down here. Right there she is.
Okay, that vehicle there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me pull over.
Yeah, you let's all move over there. (606) dispatch. Male driver of the truck is claiming to be Jefferson County constable. Okay.
Hello.
You just sit tight. Okay. You need to settle down, okay?
All right, I've asked you for your driver's license, insurance, and registration several times. You run 80 miles an hour coming up Highway 15. You run this stop sign light right down here.
I was scared. You're not in a police car.
That is a police vehicle.
You're not in a uniform. How do I know that?
I was
There's so
intending-
much going on out here. How do I know that?
Don't holler at me.
You are yelling at me.
Here, do me a favor.
Just back up.
You're in my town now. You're going to back up when I tell you to
No,
back
don't
up.
start,
Do you understand
buddy.
me?
Don't start.
Back up.
I'm
You need to
conducting
chill out.
this.
You need to chill out. Just go over there. I'll talk
No,
to
don't you
in a
tell
second.
me what to do.
Go.
I was going to give you a warning.
Hey, do you know what jurisdiction you're in right now?
Yes, I know.
So back
It
up.
don't matter. I come
Back
into this
up.
jurisdiction with my
Go.
lights on chasing her.
Yeah.
I have every right.
That does not look like a police vehicle.
I don't care
from
what
front.
you
You
think.
understand me? Back up.
Let me tell you something, buddy.
606. Give me a deputy out here.
Yeah, get a deputy.
Get back. I'm not arguing with
I
you.
am conducting this stop.
Go over there.
Don't tell me what to do. She has been nothing but trouble. She pulled away from a traffic stop.
Okay, and I'll figure that out in a second. Right now, you're in my town, okay? So you're going to chill out. You're not even in your jurisdiction anymore. You didn't call in.
Out of my jurisdiction.
Did you call in a
come
stop?
in here?
Did you let county know that you were coming?
No.
No, exactly. So I don't know any of this is true.
Well,
so you can sit back and wait.
You want to do? You understand?
Go.
Me?
I'm not arguing with you.
You
Go.
ain't going to argue. I promise.
Yeah, so like I said, we're just relaxed, okay? Because, I mean, if I was you, I wouldn't have believed it was you. So you tell me what happened, okay?
Hold on, Daddy. I'm coming from Pine Bluff. I'm going the back way or whatever. He's going a little slow. I passed him, and then I guess that's when he claimed he turned his lights on for me to pull over. But I'm like not sure to pull over or not because he's not in the police car. And
so you don't have to tell me how fast you were going or nothing.
When have you ever heard a police officer say something like that?
So you don't have to tell me how fast you were going or nothing. But, so from there you passed him.
Yeah, I passed him.
Yeah, and you didn't, typically when I pass somebody, I don't look at their vehicle. You didn't look at his? Didn't see any badging, nothing? Okay. And so what happened after you passed him?
And there it was another truck coming from the opposite side. I guess they are in cahoots with each other. I don't know. He literally blocked the street, like forced me to stop and pull over. He let his window down, and so I let mine down a little bit, and then he was like, "You don't see who's behind you? That's the police. Pull over." And I'm like, "Whatever." So, but I have no choice but to pull over because he's blocking the street, and then he gets out the car.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so are we calmed down now?
I've been calmed down.
You weren't.
You had no business putting your hands on me.
Well, like I said, you're in my jurisdiction.
I come into your jurisdiction, but I left out of my jurisdiction chasing me.
And we're in the process of determining if you even called in a pursuit.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't
How would
intend
we
to
know
even
that?
write a ticket to nobody or even be on patrol.
All right, but
when I went to sheriff, she passed me doing 50 miles an hour in a 30 mile an hour zone.
Okay.
And I tried to stop her.
But
she pulled over. I asked for a driver's license, insurance, and registration. She refused, jumped in the car, or she was already in the car, and took off.
All right.
She run 80 miles an hour from Cheryl all the way to here. Run that stop sign, a light down here.
You got a ticket booked?
Yeah, I got a ticket booked. I ain't out here for toys.
Are you gonna write her a ticket or?
Well, I had planned on giving her a warning until she's pulled all this crap.
All right.
I asked her multiple times before she pulled off the first time for driver's license, insurance, and registration. I identified myself. I got my badge on. I got the decals on the truck.
You do.
I'm as legal as you are.
Well, our truck has got big giant police on it and blue lights all over it. Now I see you got a blue light on there; it's clearly visible.
Yep, no doubt.
But
I asked her why didn't she pull over.
You gotta think about history in the state of Arkansas with people in unmarked vehicles pulling people over.
Yeah, if I'd have done that, I wouldn't even have had my badge on. I wouldn't have identified myself. I'd have pulled them decals off. I've got nothing to hide.
So if you wrote her a ticket, what court would it be out of?
Be in Jefferson County.
Okay. You can write her a ticket, and then you can leave. But she's not going to jail. All right.
That's a matter of opinion. Her leaving the scene.
Oh no, she's going to leave the scene, and there ain't
running
jack shit you can do
stoplight.
about it. All right. You can write her a ticket if you want to.
You gonna let all that just pass?
Well, it happened in your jurisdiction. You can
right.
write her a ticket.
That's right.
All right.
That's what I tried to explain
You
to
got
him.
a ticket book. You can go write a ticket. But then y'all are going to part ways, and that's going to be the end of it. All right? All right.
What is it?
Constable of Jefferson County pursued this vehicle here seemingly without calling it in. And she was fearful that he wasn't a real cop.
I mean, I would be too.
And so that's where we're at. And I had to push him back away from her vehicle because he would not calm down.
So what's he writing her ticket for?
I guess the speeding that she did through Cheryl. I don't know how he expects to uphold it. That's what I'm wondering. But he can write her for whatever happened in his jurisdiction, but...
So what do you stop her?
Yo, you know it's bad when all these police officers are on the side of the citizen.
Alright.
That's the easiest way to settle this.
Wait, can you say what's on?
So he's a constable in Jefferson County.
Yeah, can you hear him?
And
Daddy.
I could barely hear you.
can you hear me, sir?
Hey, yes, I hear you now.
Hey, it's Officer Harper over at England. This is a constable that pulled her over. We're verifying his identity, but the most that's going to happen is he's going to write her a citation.
Citation for
Whatever happened
I think
in
he said she ran a
Cheryl,
stop sign or something.
okay.
All right, so now listen, the citation is to come to court and fight it, okay? Right? That's a summons to appear. Under no circumstances is anything else going to happen, I promise you, okay? He will go to jail before you will, okay? Because he was causing a scene out here.
And so, like I told you, he can technically cite.
He can write you a citation.
Yeah.
And y'all can go to court on it. But that's going to be the end of it. And if anything else happens, then we'll deal with that, all right? Where you live at? You live
Scott.
in Scott? Okay.
So, real quick, can I just get your ID? That way I can log who you are. And like I said, technically, he can cite you for whatever happened in his jurisdiction. But him saying that you were fleeing into here and running a stop sign, yeah. If you were fleeing, you wouldn't have called. Well,
She called them while she was running away from the constable guy. See, these officers are actually able to use their brains. I don't understand why the more officers can't be like this.
But then you told me it's because I passed it.
there you go.
Yeah. Hang on.
Yeah, just keep that out in case he needs it for his
What did
whatever.
he say he stopped you for?
He said because I passed it.
Because you passed him?
Yeah.
He didn't say it was about speeding, nothing? And then he asked you for your driver's license multiple times?
But
I
I
didn't stop either, did
no,
Yeah,
the
well,
only reason
so-
I stopped is because somebody else, whoever he was called or was with, blocked the street. And like I was forced to pull up.
Yeah, so apparently there was a second vehicle.
Yeah.
She did stop, and he came up and said, you know,
That?
whatever with, yeah, and what he's wearing in the vehicle. I told him I wouldn't have believed he was either.
I wouldn't either. I told him I'd have left too.
That's why when I saw him behind her when I was coming through here, I radioed. It's like, there's a vehicle with blue lights behind her, but it doesn't look like no police
Yeah.
vehicle.
Look, I called England Police Department and they told me to stop here. It should be an officer meeting. So that's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
pulled.
So you're fine. He's going to write you a warning, okay? And then you and your dad can talk to whatever authorities there are in Jefferson County about this, okay? This is the most peaceful, quickest way to resolve this, all right? That warning doesn't require you to do anything. Except promise not to do it again.
That's it.
She's out of control. You just need to go on down the road. You going to Scott? Is that where you live? All right. We got all your information for witnesses.
I got her
Yeah, we
license.
just need your
and-
phone number and all that.
Yeah. I'll grab that from you real quick.
You're
Oh, I
lucky you
already
stopped
scanned
a
that.
nice lady and not some
Yeah.
other England resident out here.
Here, I already scanned that with my
Oh,
thing. So, what's your phone number? Okay. And that license that was on your ID, is that still your current one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can give it
Should be fine.
I want you to go over there in that parking spot over there.
Oh, she's free to go.
Oh, you already got her info?
I got it.
Okay. Yeah, you're free to go.
Yeah, no, she's good to go. We're not doing
All right.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, almost forgot. He almost drove over the ditch to turning into the Dollar General when he was trying to follow her.
Wow.
I got out. I said, "What are you doing?"
It doesn't sound like it's a good traffic stop, so we should stick
Yeah.
around and make sure you don't follow her. And
Yeah, I
looks
was
like you got some backup now.
Yeah.
So that's the end of that video. Yo, this dude's gonna be so cooked when he goes to court. Like, imagine going to court and everybody being against you. Literally, all the other officers and on the scene. The video evidence shows you acting like an absolute psychopath. This lady's testimony against you. Like, I'm pretty sure the judge is gonna look at all this evidence. Is gonna look at the constable as if he's the one who's the problem. I would love to be a fly on the wall in that courtroom. Look, as a black man, I see a lot of police interactions, and I think a lot of times that there are very racist police officers, but not at all every police officer is racist, right? But this officer, the constable, definitely, bro. He just has that entire like old school racist vibe. Like like he's like one of the first police officers ever, like one of the original slave catchers. This dude's driving up on sidewalks. Like, what kind of maneuver is that supposed to be? What was that supposed to do? I mean, to be that old and to need all those different officers, and still none of them could calm him down. Like the dude was still going off at the even at the end of it. That's why the officers were telling her to just go ahead. Like we can't even talk to him. So let's give credit to where credit's due, because these officers did a great job at protecting a citizen from another psychotic police officer, which is a rare occurrence. I mean, it's not impossible. We've definitely seen officers argue before, but this was one where, like, I don't know, I felt like the officers actually listened and actually like saw things from her point of view, and instead of the other officer who they could clearly see was irate. And yeah, they actually were on the side of justice this time. So let me know what you all thought about this. So let me know what you all thought about this interaction in the comments. Thank y'all for checking out today's video. Happy New Year's to all of y'all. Check out another video if you have the time. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a great day.